Hey everyone, it's John with National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to go into tonight's football game just briefly, and then our basketball night. Obviously, our biggest play of tonight for most people, it was my only like three for a reason, was this TCU game, and there's a term in wrestling, and this was what I thought was going to happen last week. And the term in wrestling is that wasn't a match, that was a message. And this wasn't a game, it was a message. So they already have these issues now, the 2 years in a row. A team that a lot of people think didn't belong just gets pummeled out. That's why I had believed that TCU was going to get rolled out last week, but it makes sense that this is on the grandest stage for college football. And now, among the litany of issues that they are going to bring forward in the offseason, the talking points, they can add this to the list. And yes, again, you can even say, and people say it's not rigged. I just saw this. Look at their championships. They've even replicated WWE's titles. So it's a very interesting thing. They started doing that a little bit ago too. It's not the first time, but again, it just shows these guys are no different than wrestlers. They put it right in our face, and they'll probably get a championship from WWE, an actual championship pretty soon. But they always send them to the winners. But again, this was not a game, it was a message. Now they'll have that topic. So we played it as a leg three. Between that and it's a goofy metric, but again, TCU had a really good record against the spread. Teams were more inclined to take those kind of teams. They just figure, okay, they're good against the spread, they'll continue good. So I think it was that. And then again, I think it shows that Max Duggan is going to be proven to not be a NFL star. Because people are going to question, well, if all these quarterbacks are playing so great, why are they going third, fourth round? Well, now this explains it. Now, again, I don't go into numerology a lot. If I see it jumping out, I do. I always find capacity interesting because sometimes it's down to the number and then sometimes it's not. But 71.5 is interesting because I think of 71.5, I round up to 72, which was the final score. And those things kind of I find interesting. And they do it with capacity a lot, it seems. So here we had, again, we did some leg twos. We did get in the Nuggets. Most people got that one at least. Some pushed. Most were able to either have on their books, it was 12.5 because it was going between 12 and 13. But for the ones that pushed, let me know, and we can run another leg two for that one. Magic's in play, but I'm a realist, looking like they're going to lose. And same thing, the Knicks didn't get it done. That's why we didn't do a ton of plays. Like I said, we really wanted to focus on closing out our leg three, closing out a couple more sequences. And now we are very caught up on sequences. So what I do, and this is the part that takes the time. Like I don't edit videos and stuff, so that part takes me, it's not a matter of that. It's more all the metrics and things. So what I do is I go through all of our hanging chads, if you will, and so this is from, weeks ago, a week or two ago. All the ones that we've played that did not hit, I went ahead and I just put them here at the bottom. You can see it's not a lot because we played about 150 sequences, and that's why, like today we plugged in Bulls versus Cavs, I think, and Mavs versus cover Rockets. So we can actually erase these from the list. And there's a reason I did that, because when we do that, I put them down here so we don't forget about them. We want to close out every single sequence so we know exactly where we're at. So yeah, Bulls cover Cavs was the one we did. Okay, so that's the reason we do that. So to go into the system for anyone that's new, and I'm going to do it briefly because I have in multiple videos and just not really in depth. And I've also shown the playlist, or the Discord, which goes over all the video, like what I go over in my playlist. But the bare concept is for every unit, every leg is a unit, and then if it's a leg two, it's 2 units, and if it goes to a third leg, it's 4 units. Now, we need to win 7 sequences for every time we lose a leg 1, a leg 2, and then a leg 3, because 4, 2, and 1 is 7. So the bare numbers, and if you watch through the playlist, our best hit rate is college basketball, where I honestly cannot tell you 2 players on any team. A couple weeks ago, I was saying I can't tell you 1 player on any team. now that I've played so many, there are a couple teams that I know a player or two on. I know Louisville has a guy named Mike James, um, and like really, there's a few more. But these are really just because I've played these teams over and over. And again, it's not to be braggadocious. It's just to show that it's not picking the best players. It's not picking this. It's looking at the best metrics. So narratives do play a role. Public money plays a role. But for leg 3 of the Knicks, for Magic, assuming they don't hold on, I do have college metrics in store. Now, the distinction is we're not going to perpetually double down, and we're also going to make sure that for Magic, it's a leg 2. If there's a misprint, I always make sure to let people know. So Magic, obviously, like I said in the video, we ran that as a leg 2 because my logic was if we missed the Wizards or if we missed the Knicks, then Magic would be a good leg 2. But it didn't hit. So if someone did read it as leg 1 and only bet 1 unit, happy accident, because luckily for, like I said, it looks like it's not going to cover. So it's actually a bullet dodge this time. But anyway, my point is we only need to win 7 sequences for every time you lose a 3-legger. And if you just watch a couple videos in the playlist, specifically the first couple, because you see how he kind of, it starts, you'll see, it's the reason the last channel got wiped, that it very quickly how easily we build up 7 sequence buffers. We usually win about 20 sequences before losing one. And again, that's just closing out one before the 3rd leg, and we profit 1 unit. So a good day today. Anytime we close out a leg 3, it's good. We're not going to close out them all. To put that in perspective, we're up now 74 units we've officially closed. So 74 is good, but that's with leg 3 losses. We have a couple where we lost on leg 3 in the same day. So that's 7 units we lost just 2 days ago. And then you see earlier we had lost, I believe, another 3-legger with this Tulsa one, with this Toledo one. So we lose 3-leggers. It's not like it doesn't happen. It's just we're doing it in a way where we're just exploiting the metrics. So college basketball is a great way to do it, but I wanted to go into the system for people. I wanted to recap tonight, and I will be going into my next video some interesting narratives that I see presenting themselves, and it's actually in all the sports, which is cool, because of course we got NBA and stuff, but we got some TNT games tomorrow, which are always interesting. But yeah, obviously we have a lot of narratives going on, and it'll be interesting to see what they're talking about tomorrow as far as the college football. But yep, just like to do a recap, and that's for anyone that's new. The only thing I can suggest is just watching the playlist. It really does help as far as having an idea. Okay, this is how it's done, because then you're kind of getting hands-on. But I'll answer any questions. If there's any games tomorrow that you're interested in, let me know. And other than that, we had a great day. They didn't want, that one wasn't about sweating anything out. That was a narrative game, so people were cashing early. I'm sure on that one. Anything can happen, but you can kind of tell by the pace they weren't going to let TCU do much. So good job. I know a lot of people sweat the leg 3s. To me, I treat them no different than leg 1s outside of the games I pick. But again, months and months and months of doing it, years of doing it, you'll start seeing that, you'll pick 15 games in and go to sleep and then just do it the next day, because it's all about numbers. And that's the coolest thing about it. We don't have to know about these assholes. We just have to know about the numbers and the Vegas metrics. So yep, I just like to do a recap, and people have been requesting I go over the system, and there's not outside of what I just went over, there's not much more to go over. Now some people have bankroll and money management issues where they don't know incremental values and things like that. I can help people with that, but my system is pretty simplified. It's just 1 unit, 2 units, 4, and I'm not going to go play more than I can cover. So it's very conservative, very simple, but very methodical. So, yep, we had a good day today. We're going to have about, from what I could tell, at least half a dozen college basketball plays, which is, again, my favorite play. And then another probably 3 or 4, at least, NBA plays. So we'll have about 10 plays or so. I expect another good day tomorrow. And just in the week coming up, I think we'll do really well. And thank you, everyone, for the love, honestly. It really is amazing just seeing people that are actively searching out national sports entertainment, because it lets me know, how my channel's found, and it's pretty humbling when it's, not recommendations, obviously, at this point. Some I'll get lucky and they will get them, but that's not something that we're going to be getting. But I see about 20 to 30% of my videos as people literally searching in national sports entertainment. So that means a lot. I mean, that means people, we still have 70% almost of people that got just ripped away from us, and we're going to get them back and more. But yeah, it's amazing how fast we're just organically catapulting like we did the first time, and we're going to keep doing it. We're not going to change. We're going to do the same thing we've always been doing. So whether it's your first time watching my video, or 304th, I can't remember how many we've done at this point, or it's your 40 whatever on this channel since we've been yanked, I appreciate it, and we're just going to keep doing what we always do: positive vibes and happy earnings. So take care.